King News, my lovely, wonderful people. See exactly what is going on now. See the reply Oshiomhole gave when he was asked why it is taking Tinubu too long to fix the pains of Nigerians, because Nigerians are really suffering. From the very first minute, okay, as soon as Tinubu was inaugurated, giving his acceptance or speech, what he said was, the first thing that came out of his mouth is that fuel subsidy is gone. Yes, everybody agree fuel subsidy is gone. Yes, but there was no plan in place. There was absolutely nothing, no plan whatsoever, in place that has been, that has been accepted or looked upon or any form of thing like that. See what our brother replied. It will shock you. See his reply. It will shock you. It will really shock you. Adams Oshiomhole from Edo State, APC chieftain, replies Shehu Channels television anchor when he was asked why it is taking long for President Tinubu to fix the pain of the people. Currently, Nigerians are suffering. You remove subsidy. There should be a plan in place. And this is more than enough time to begin to roll out things and benefit and things. What are you doing? So this is exactly what is going on right now. Everybody needs to understand that, this is happening. So Adams Oshiomhole replied Shehu question in the interview was during the political program where Shehu said the leading presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi in their campaign all said that fuel subsidy must go, and people will imagine since APC and Tinubu said they are prepared, and if the subsidy removal is an agenda that was there before election, why is it taking long to now fix this very issue, the pain of Nigerians so far? Why is it taking so long? Guess what our brother said? Adams Oshiomole's reply was, Shehu has to be fair. He said that the fact that a doctor is committed to treating a patient and claim he knows about the sickness does not mean that as soon as he takes the patient to theater, the solution has totally been solved. That is not the way to go about it. That is not how this is run. He said, no, it is not the way it goes. He removed the fuel subsidy. He removed the fuel subsidy. He proceeded to say that one of the things I have to do is to adjust wages in formal sectors and also to appropriate funds, okay, to the most vulnerable people. He said the Tinubu's government will give increased salary and as well treat demands and supply of the economy. So don't think that he will fix it all of a sudden. And besides, Tinubu did not promise anybody that he will take away subsidy all at once. He never promised anybody any of such. Or he will fix Nigeria. He only said it was his turn. And so people need to understand that they cannot force words on the president. He only said it was his turn. Indeed, he told us that it was his turn. He did not tell anybody that he was going to fix the economy. In fact, we are not able to get him to commit to what exactly his style of leadership will be. We are not able to formally get him to commit, and that's the gospel truth. Okay, that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We could not really get Tinubu to commit. That's the honest truth. We couldn't get him to commit. We couldn't. We honestly couldn't. All the interviews he was invited to, he did not show. In fact, they even took it out of proportion. And before we could say Jack Robinson, they began to face the people. They called Arise TV. They called them all sorts and kinds of names to mention but a few things before you could imagine went beyond people could ever imagine. They took things out of proportion. They really took things out of proportion. Okay, so these are possibilities of some of the issues that have gone on so far, and every single person can see, the issue of what is happening today. So if you look at the whole thing, you can begin to imagine and ensure that truth and stability and honesty becomes our watchword, and we do not allow ourselves to be held without us honestly, sincerely, speaking out and ensuring that all these patterns of evil come to an end. Every single one of us must ensure that what is going on now, we do everything humanly speaking possible to bring an end to it. It is important that we understand that there is a scheme and that there is a work currently ongoing on. Okay, there is a scheme, there is something seriously right now going on, and every single human being, every single individual must understand this. Okay, so these are very, very crucial, very, very critical, okay, to what we are seeing now, and why we cannot afford to allow the same thing, okay, to continue. If there is anything called, honesty and sincerity, this is the time to arise. This is the time to ensure that such things, do not, we do not allow it to continue. So it is important. It is really, really important. So Nigerians, the days are upon us. The days are upon us where we all must work with one accord and do not allow the same thing to continue to dictate to us what happens. Every single one of us must ensure that we are rising up to the occasion and we are doing everything humanly speaking possible to ensure that we bring this whole thing to an end. Okay? And we work as we should, to bring all of this to an end. Nigerians, it is important that none of us are allowed to continue to allow these things to go on. Okay? We must not allow these things to continue to go on. The days upon us are so important. So important. It is something that we should all really, really look upon and do not allow, evil to continue to thrive. If we allow the same thing over and over again, a time will come, okay? A time will come where we will think that, we've attained that position, and we will allow things to continue, where we will allow things to continue and we will not speak out. So it is, it is something that we must seriously do. Every single one of us, we must seriously do this. Okay? So we must seriously do this and ensure that at the end of the day, we close every kind of avenue. Okay? Every kind of avenue that have allowed evil to thrive for this long. So it is important. So this is important. He said Tinubu did not promise us a miracle. All he said was that it is done. And if you go back in memory lane, that was what we got. Okay, he said it was his turn. So please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can have all our latest news. God bless. Bye for now.